Hey everyone, Matt from editing here. There's some new information that I want to share with you and lots that I want to talk about in regards to the upcoming life sim, but I was really comfy in bed, so I decided to record the audio on my phone, and I know it doesn't sound the best, but I made it work. Enjoy the video. Hey everyone, it's Matt here. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Welcome back to the channel, of course. Today we're going to be talking a little bit more about the upcoming life simulation game titled Life by You, developed by Paradox. I already have a video up on this, but this is major, guys. This is huge news. If you don't know who this publisher is, they are responsible for the very popular simulation title Cities Skylines. Also, I do want to add, I'm recording this in bed from my phone. I have never recorded a video from bed before or on my phone, but I'm just really comfy. I don't feel like getting up, and there's a lot that I want to say and share with you guys. So you know what? This is how I'm going to be recording this. I don't know how this is going to turn out or sound, but I'll make it work. So we knew that Rod Humble was a part of this project over at Paradox, this brand new life simulation game. I said in my previous video that this amazing person was a staple in a previous Sims title. Well, not just previous Sims title, but previous Sims titles, both The Sims 2 and The Sims 3. To be more exact, a former executive at EA. So essentially, this guy was the brains behind The Sims 2. So Rod Humble is actually the head of a brand new studio, Paradox Tectonic, which we did learn about in the last video that I uploaded the other day. This is the studio that is going to be creating this brand new life simulation game from Paradox, Life by You. I do want to say I'm actually not the biggest fan of the name itself. I don't know why. The Sims has a ring to it, and so does Paralives. Very short, easy on the tongue, but Life by You, it just doesn't have a ring to it in my opinion, and it could just be me, but definitely not the biggest fan of the name. But hey, seeing that Rod Humble is leading this project, I don't think the name is going to be an issue at all, as this game is most likely going to be jammed-packed with very deep gameplay mechanics. So in an article published several years ago, back in 2020, I believe, PC Games N actually talked to Rod Humble about this project, and I feel like bringing this up now is more relevant than ever, considering we have an official announcement for more information coming soon, with the reveal just happening a few days ago. So we know that this project exists, and we know that this project is coming. So PC Games N asks, what can you tell me about your game that won't get you fired? And Rod Humble responds, we're mirroring what Paradox is about, which is making games that respect the intelligence of the audience, and which also embrace mods. Although mods can sound kind of scary sometimes, what it means is creativity and openness. So our game mirrors that philosophy, so it's very much what our studio, Tectonic, is dedicated to in all our projects. The other thing we're trying to do from a gameplay perspective is make a very deep game. And this is where things get interesting, guys. You can tell that this man is very passionate, not just about game development, but just the life simulation genre in general. I mean, look at what he worked on with EA, guys, with The Sims 2. Look at what that game was like. Literally the staple in the Sims franchise, at least to me, in my opinion. And I know many others that have played it and grew up with that agree. He continues, in fact, maybe the deepest game I've ever worked on, because I really wanted to add a large amount of gameplay to the subject and the genre I'm approaching. I think it's due. Oh, so do we, Rod. So do we. I mean, The Sims 4 is not that bad, okay? But it's definitely lacking in terms of gameplay depth. It always has from the start. And that's just the the honest truth. I feel like The Sims 2 and The Sims 3 definitely covered a lot more in terms of gameplay mechanics with systems that are integrated into the base game. Sims 4 definitely lacks in that department. Things look like they're starting to step up now with Growing Together arriving, just next week, at the end of next week now? But still, for the most part, things have definitely felt like they've taken a back seat over the past couple of years, at least in terms of gameplay depth. But I definitely agree, it is definitely due, long overdue. He continues, my hope is that people will play with the mechanics, and the further they dig, they'll uncover more mechanics, like, oh, I can't believe I can do that, and that there's a little mechanic to support it, and that's exactly what we need. Yes, it's amazing that players can drive the stories they're telling in their games with their imagination, but this is something that I have always said for a very long time and will continue to say going forward. I think using your imagination for stories that you're telling is great, but it should never be a requirement, especially for a life simulation game such as The Sims. It's great to have that to expand your stories and to expand what the game is already doing, but if the game is lacking that, you should never have to use your imagination most of the time to achieve things that could have happened in the game on their own. I can just tell, guys, from this interview that this thing is going to be amazing. I know the art style is not going to be everyone's tea, and I hope things are tweaked with it from now until release. Honestly, kind of hoping it doesn't release this year. There's still plenty of time for them to, of course, consider feedback and make changes. That's if they don't announce a release date, which I hope they don't do just yet. Rod continues, but I've been at this for a while, and I've thought for a fairly long time about this project, and it's coming along. It's working so far. It's about making sure that the inputs and the outputs of each mechanic can interlock with the other mechanics, hopefully to create emergent and interesting results. And you gotta keep in mind, guys, this is from several years ago, 2 to 3 years ago now. So can you just imagine the progress that has come since then? If we're getting this level of confidence in an interview posted several years ago for a game that was probably still pretty early in development, now we actually know that that title isn't going to be shelved and will see the light of day. That puts way more confidence in this, at least for me. I don't think that this would be released if Rod wasn't proud of what is to come with this project. So I not only have faith in this game and in Paradox, but a lot of faith in him. And this is the best part of the interview, guys. Rod says, but we're aiming to make the deepest, most gameplay-rich entry that's ever been made within the space we're aiming at. So basically, within the life simulation genre, without directly saying it, I guess. He continues, the way we're doing that is when you drill down, there are new gameplay mechanics that you can discover, depending on which direction you push. Discovering an entire set of gameplay mechanics based on a path you've chosen previously is a delight, and we're trying to really emphasize that. In the interview, Rod also expresses the importance of having deep mechanics in several areas of the game, and of course giving the player the ability to choose which ones they're going to enjoy, because not every player is going to want to fully explore every single gameplay mechanic to its deepest level, so having them there as an option is very nice. I definitely recommend that you guys check out the rest of this article. I will have it linked on my website, which will be pinned in the comment section below this video. They talk about a lot of stuff here, guys, but of course I wanted to comment on what I believe to be the most important sections, but gotta finish this off here with the interviewer asking, when might we hear more? To which Rod responds, I've been told to officially say soon. It's not going to be years down the road, so soon. Well, it has been a couple of years, but who knows? Maybe things got delayed. I mean, the pandemic and everything, that's definitely very, very possible, but it's nice to know that I'm assuming that this is most likely about Life by You. I mean, his name was confirmed in the little teaser that dropped the other day. So I want to hear from you guys and your thoughts on this. Definitely some interesting tea in regards to this upcoming project, and the hot tea being that Rod was a former executive VP at EA, leading development on The Sims 2 and The Sims 3, and now working in a completely different studio, working on a life simulation game that is going to compete with The Sims and I guess the publisher that makes it. So it's a very interesting dynamic, and of course, if there's any more new info, I'll be back as soon as possible. I will say, seeing here when this article was posted, March 19th, 2020, that is right around when the pandemic started. So I'm sure that most likely had a say in, things being delayed and all of that. But share your thoughts down below, guys, on what you expect Life by You to be all about in terms of gameplay. And I have a lot of faith in them, guys. I have a lot of faith in the Paralives team, but I also have a lot of faith in Rod Humble and what Paradox Tectonic is going to be doing with this game. I love you guys. Take care and happy simming.